She was that fat and ugly girl no guy wanted to be seen with. Her fiancé hated her. Her father pretended she didn't exist. And that horrible day, fate dealt her the worst card of all.
Miss Smith, you're pregnant.
That's impossible. I'm only 19. Plus, I've never been intimate with a man before. I'm married. What am I supposed to say to my family?
There's not much we can do. You're not in good health, so I'm afraid an abortion would be too risky for you. I'm sorry, but at this point, your only option is to give birth to the child.
Later at Nora's home.
Dad, I swear I'm not lying. I don't know how this could have happened. 4 months ago, I was so sick that I just stayed in for weeks. Don't you remember?
What are we supposed to tell the Grays? This marriage was our chance to be at the same level as one of the wealthiest families in this country. But you're ruining everything!
Later that night.
Guess this pregnancy explains why I've been craving sweets more than usual these days.
Nora's belly is already so big, but she's still giving excuses and saying that she didn't go off and see some man.
Poor Anthony Gray, married to a woman like that. I feel bad for him and his family.
She's already fat and ugly, and her family background is nothing to brag about. She was lucky she even had this opportunity to crawl up the social ladder with a marriage into the Gray family. Now that she's gotten herself pregnant by another man, the Grays will seek an annulment, right?
I didn't ask for any of this.
8 months later.
Anthony, you're not thinking of ending the marriage, are you?
My family is rich and powerful, with a social standing far beyond anything the likes of you could ever dream of. There's absolutely no benefit in us continuing our marriage, so no one would blame me for taking this opportunity to break things off. However, lucky for you, I can't. My grandfather won't allow it. I already can't stand the sight of her pig-like face, but now she's pregnant with some other man's child? Why should I take responsibility for her screw-up? I'm not interested in being a hero.
Anthony, don't worry. As soon as she gives birth, I'll send the baby away.
These months have been a roller coaster, but when I heard that heartbeat for the first time, I was in awe. And with each day that has passed, I've grown to love feeling and hearing my child's heartbeat more and more.
How does that sound, Anthony? We'll send it away and we'll make sure it will never know its mother.
No.
Huh?
No, I've had enough.
Excuse me?
I'm not staying with Anthony, and you're not taking my... going into labor.
What?
Ugh.
5 years later.
Mommy, wake up! The plane is landing soon. Mommy, why did we come back to the States this time? Are we looking for Daddy?
Sweetheart, you don't have a father.
I don't believe you. I'm not a 3-year-old anymore. Of course I have a dad. Everyone has one, right? If we aren't looking for Daddy, then are we looking for my big brother?
That day, 5 years ago. That day when I first heard their heartbeat.
Congratulations. Looks like you're having twins.
There were actually 2 heartbeats. And the moment after I gave birth, my father tried to steal them away from me.
Give them to me.
No!
I said, give him to me.
No! My father knew he wouldn't be able to take both of them. So, in the end, he chose my son. You won't get away with this. That was the last time I ever saw him.
Her heart rate's too high.
She needs to be stabilized.
If it wasn't for my aunt rushing me overseas to recover, I wouldn't have survived. On top of that, I found out I was given an incorrect prescription of hormones, which was causing my skin to break out and my weight to go out of control. I'm off them now, and healthier than ever.
Great job, Nora. You'll be out of here in no time.
I feel like I'm taking control of my life again. And now, 5 years later, I'm here, returning to the States to sign the annulment papers and officially call off my marriage to Anthony. But that's not my real mission.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
I'm here for my son.
Athena, you have to be careful. Justin Hunt is looking for your personal information. Do you know how well known and connected he and his family are? He's not going to give up until he finds you.
Thankfully, I've been using Athena as my surgical secret identity, and nobody knows who I really am. There's no way he'll be able to track me down. We'll see.
Athena, you were overseas before, so you weren't in his territory. That's the only reason why you were able to avoid him. But now that you're back, you won't be able to escape anymore. You're the most prestigious surgeon around. Can't you just treat his grandmother and get it over with? You know, I've heard Justin is very generous and very handsome.
You know the Hunts are a sprawling family with a notoriously complicated relationship, right?
But wouldn't it be great if you two got swept up in a big, dramatic, scandalous affair?
I'm not lucky like that, but thanks.
Listen, you...
Anthony? I definitely didn't expect to see him here.
Where is she? When is that damn woman coming out?
Mr. Gray, please be patient. Your grandfather has specifically instructed you to refrain from making things too unpleasant, even if you are calling off the marriage.
Patient? I'm disgusted. She was a mess before. She must look even worse now. I bet she'll want to save our marriage more than ever, right?
Who exactly was stuck with whom? For the past 5 years, I've begged my father and Anthony's family to end our sham of a marriage, but no one listened to me.
How did I get stuck with someone like that? Whoa! Hi, beautiful. May I ask your name?
He looks just like a peacock with its train spread open.